Recently I read, "Home is the definition of God." That was Emily Dickinson. She also said that Eden is that old-fashioned house we dwell in every day. Well, did you know that spinster Emily Dickinson, who rarely left her home after she was 34, was also very domesticated? In fact, her greatest ecstasies were said to be cooking and writing poetry, and since the bulk of her poems were only published after her death in 1886, it was her cooking skills that first won the Belle of Amherst, Massachusetts. Her fame for, among other culinary delights, a moist, dense black fruit cake served at afternoon tea, and scrumptious parcels of gingerbread lowered into a basket from her second-bedroom sanctuary to hungry neighborhood children below. Separated from us now, more than a century, her contented and self-contained confinement seems to me to be the perfect antidote to late 20th century existence. Quote, "I didn't go from home unless emergency leads me by the hand," unquote, she wrote to a friend in 1854. "And then I do it abstainly and draw back if I can." How I long to draw back too. To simply sit still for 20 minutes in the backyard basking in the sunshine, watching the birds build their new nests, or watching the cat watch the birds, greeting the new blossoms in the garden, and enjoying a fresh cup of tea and Miss Dickinson's letters. However, before this can commence, I must clean. I must pick up the debris of our daily life and bring order to this room, for I cannot stand the chaos, the clutter, and confusion here for another single moment. There is simply no time for poetic musings. Or is there? Perhaps now, of all times, when we are all so stressed physically, emotionally, and psychologically, maybe this is the very moment that we need to bear witness to those poets, those who looked at the sacredness of the ordinary. Then perhaps we should see not just other people's belongings, but all the beauty, joy, and abundance that literally lies at my feet. If I can be still for a moment and fully enter into the experience of bringing order and harmony to my home, perhaps I can discover that the poetry of this afternoon is to be found in the perception of my tasks. For what is the purpose of cleaning this room? Is it simply to pick trash and dispose of yesterday's newspaper? Or is it some inspired action of work here? In the process of transforming this room into a safe and serene haven where my family can come together to enjoy the comfort of each other's company, am I not changing the perception of my work? We are all given a choice every day. We can react negatively to the demands made on us, or we can choose to live abundantly, to transform the negative into the meaningful. Attitude is all. If I do not endow my life and my work with meaning, no one will ever be able to do it for me. If I don't recognize the value of what I am doing here in this living room, certainly no one else can. And if home caring is not sacred, then forgive me, for I truly have no conception of the divine. And so, to lift my spirits and celebrate my choice, I listen to a Bach CD as I clean. I put on the kettle to make myself a fresh pot of tea. I throw open the windows to catch a breeze. Soon my family will return to this lovely and inviting room. However, before then, I will carve out a precious interlude of time for myself. I will sit still for 20 minutes in the backyard, basking in that sunshine, with the birds, the cats, and the new blossoms, and contemplate the blessing of having spent another day in my very own paradise.